Hi everyone, Zanif's girl here. So today I really wanted to try to do a create a sim for one of my favorite webcomics, which is Lore Olympus by I believe her name is Rachel Smith or Smythe. It's got a Y in it, so I'm not sure how to say it. But it's on Webtoon. I'm sure that you've seen advertisements for it, and if you haven't, it's basically just an app and a website too, I believe, that has online web comics on it. Um, and Lore Olympus is it's based on the myth of Hades and Persephone. I'm actually just going to read the bio for it from Webtoon. It says, "Witness what the gods do after dark. The friendships and the lies, the gossip, the wild parties, and of course, forbidden love. Because as it turns out, the gods aren't so different from us after all, especially when it comes to their problems. Stylish and immersive, this is one of mythology's greatest stories, the taking of Persephone, as it's never been told before." Okay, so, um, as it says, it's about Persephone and Hades. So here we actually have Persephone, and I'll put a photo up on the screen of what she looks like in the webcomic. Um, but in this comic, like Rachel Smith's style is really cool. It's like kind of sketchy, not as in shady, but as in literally sketchy. And all of the gods have these really bright colors. So Persephone is kind of a pinky purple, and if you don't know about the myth of Persephone and Hades, basically she's a goddess of spring, and she like in the myth, if I'm recalling correctly, she is Hades' wife, but she leaves him and comes back to Earth for spring. So she brings all the flowers, and then whenever she goes back, and then like whenever she um comes back, I think is whenever winter starts or something like that. Like basically Hades, like winter starts because Hades misses her so much. But yeah, so I based this sim off of the comic as well as just, my own interpretation of it. um, but girl's a little thick. She got some chest and some booty and stuff, so I tried to do that here. On her face, I really tried to give her like big round features because in the comic she's just got these really like cherubic features that are so adorable. So she's got like a cute little button nose and big eyes and little like full lips, and I love her. I think this comic is so good. So if you get a chance, you should definitely download the app, check it out. Like it's so cute. I love all this stuff. I actually got these nose masks today, that I downloaded. I've been looking for a really pretty nose shine for a while, and I found one that's really gonna work for me well, I think. Um, Here I'm just putting on some skin details, like a little bit of shading on the nose. I think I do a little bit under her eyes, or maybe I make it a little brighter around her eyes. But I've really been enjoying messing around with skin details lately and trying to really add just a little bit more to my Sims, just make them just a little cuter or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, here I am just adding, like I said, just a little bit more to her face, kind of make her a little cuter, because like Persephone in the comics is adorable. Oh, I was just gonna say is you'll notice here in a bit when I'm doing your hair, I actually like fluctuate between long and short and all that stuff. That's because Persephone in the comic, her hair grows really really long, really really fast, and she cuts it all the time. So I kind of landed a middle ground for that. These are some new lip glosses that I downloaded today specifically for this creative sim because I really wanted to get her some like juicy looking shiny lips. So I ended up going with this one here, I believe. Yeah. Um and I actually gave her black eyebrows because I mean she's got pink hair, but um the way that the artist draws her, she's got really, really thick eyebrows, and I thought they stood out really well. So I went with that. I gave her some really light makeup, just some eyeliner. Of course, I have to have the lashes, you know. I was trying to find some that weren't like crazy over the top, but that still helped stand out, like help her eyes stand out. I think I did that here. Um, yeah, and then I just gave her like a little bit of like shiny eyeshadow because she doesn't seem like she's got a whole lot of makeup on. Like I mean, she's a goddess, so I doubt she needs it. But yeah, just really minimal makeup. I'm just editing a little bit more on her face just to kind of try and get that perfect round face that I was looking for. Oh, here I am doing her hair. So I was like trying to figure out if I wanted to do her have her pink hair or have purple hair. I ended up going with pink. And here you'll see me kind of struggling between short and long and short and long and short and long. Because in the comic, it's like every 5 minutes, her hair is a different length, but she looks good in all of it. Like I wish I could grow hair like that. Oh, I used this flower crown that I also downloaded today, and because again, she's the goddess of spring, and sometimes she'll have like flowers floating around her and stuff. So, um, I thought, and I think it's a really pretty. I think it's by Nolan Sims. I think the flower crown is. Um, it's really gorgeous. Oh, and I ended up going with a blue color in it because Hades is blue, and I kind of liked that. It's like a little reference to him, I thought. So I think I end up going. Yeah, I ended up going with a medium. I don't know why I said I think I'm going. I literally just did this like 15 minutes ago, but I ended up going with like a mid-length hair. So we'll get there in a second, but you can see or go through all of the different links and stuff I was trying to figure out. Some of them competed with the flower crown, so I didn't end up using them. But I really like that hair. It's like Jack from Titanic. I think that's literally what the hair is called, is Jack. Um, it works really well on male and female Sims, but I like that one a lot. It's very like 90s boy band. Um, oh, that's the hair from the Pop Pufferhead pack, and it's so good. Such a good hair. I think this is the one that I ended up actually going with in the end. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So for her outfit, I was kind of struggling between did I want to go with like because throughout the comic she wears like lots of different things. Like she dresses like really cute and comfortable, and then other times she's dressed in like really, really like not I don't like more revealing clothing, especially in the first episode because she actually borrows clothes from another goddess. So I was trying to decide like, did I want her to have like a more Greek like flowy outfit? Did I want her to have that shorter like white dress on? What did I want to do? And I went through that. I almost went with this dress here. I really like it because I think it suits her. It's modest and sweet, and like that's her like in a nutshell. Um, Trying to find footwear though, I actually just went and looked at the first episode of the comic to see what she was wearing in that because I couldn't find anything that I was like, what shoes am I gonna have her wear? So I ended up putting her in this dress here. I think I go through it again, but I ultimately land on this one because it really does look a lot like the dress that she wears in the first episode. Wish I could find like a big fluffy coat because she has that in the first episode as well. Um, but here I am just fiddling around trying to think, am I gonna use this one? Am I not gonna use this one? Like I was clearly struggling. Um, And here I am trying to pick shoes out to match. I was like, do I want to do boots? What are we gonna do? And I looked at these gladiator sandals because I mean, like they're gladiator sandals, so they could work. I think if I gave her more outfits eventually, like they might work. But these are the shoes that we actually eventually land on. Um, and I think we're about done with her. We're about to move on to Hades. Oh, I thought about putting this accessory shirt on her. I don't end up using it. But again, I think if I was gonna revisit her in my own gameplay, I might actually use that one. So, oh, and then I was like, an accessory jacket? No, but I didn't have the right one. So, yeah, I think yeah, we're moving on to Hades now. So that's Persephone, and then we're gonna get started on Hades here in just a second. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Still so new to this. Um, so Hades is he's the god of hell kind of. No, he's the lord of the underworld, and he is my favorite character besides Persephone. I love him. um he's kind of a tormented soul. Like he feels guilty for having any kind of feelings for Persephone, and it's really sweet. So he has blue skin, And I couldn't decide if I was gonna give him blue or white hair. It kind of depends on what the lighting is in the comic, but I ended up going with the white hair for him. I thought it looked really good on him. Trying to find him some bold eyebrows to put on that were like intense but not like overly bushy. And he doesn't, I don't think he has red eyes all the time, but he does sometimes in the comics. So I wanted to give him those because I thought they popped. I really like him. And again, I tried to give him really not necessarily like accurate to the comic features, but he has really intense, like, I don't know what the word is, not strict, but just really intense features. Like he's got a really pointy nose and a really pointy chin and just like really intense eyes. And so I kind of wanted to try and recreate that, but just in my own style, my own sim style. I actually end up using my favorite male nose preset is this one right here. I love like a hooked nose. I don't know what it is about them. I love them. So, and he has like just like a really intense nose. So, like it's pointed and severe. That's the word I was looking for earlier. He has really severe features. Um, something that I hate in The Sims 4 is male mouths are so hard for me to do every time, never fail. I can never get mouths right. Oh yeah, and I went and I made his eyebrows black as well. I thought they popped better. Um, I actually never use eyelashes on male Sims, but I was going to use eyelashes on him because I thought he might have needed something a little bit extra. I ended up taking them away later in the video because I thought they made him look a little too soft, and like he is the Lord of the Underworld. So, but I'm doing the same thing here that I did with Persephone, where I went in and I messed with some of the details, like the face details, and tried to figure out some stuff that worked for him. I don't think I actually ended up using too many on him. All the ones for the nose ended up being like too intense. They were too much. Um, but yeah, he's. I think he ends up being really handsome. Like I like these two Sims a lot. Like I said, I might end up playing them with them in my own gameplay and just play out what I want to happen. Um, because I think there's like 60 something episodes of the webcomic and it comes out every week. I'll try and link it below if you want to check it out. It's so cute. And I love the artist style too. Like she's got a Twitter account and she posts little sketches and stuff sometimes, and she's really cool. She supports other artists a lot too, and I appreciate that. Like if you look at her Twitter, she's just got like retweets on retweets of people's fan art of the comic. And like I just think that's really cool. Here I was trying to find a hairstyle that worked for him, and I actually ended up going with this like Jack from Titanic hairstyle because I thought it worked really well for him because it's kind of manicured but it's also a little messy. Um and for him I knew I definitely wanted to go with a suit like right off the bat. I just had to find the right one. Um and I originally went with this blue one and it didn't really work all that well. Again, shoes are so hard for me in The Sims 4. I can't find shoes ever. Like, especially like male shoes. I've got some good female ones, and I mean just ones that came with packs, like not even CC. I've got like one pair of CC boots, I think. Um, but yeah, male shoes are so hard to match like correctly. I was like, do I want to put him in a boot or a loafer? And I was like, no, he should be in a loafer. He's like a rich guy. Like he's not going to be wearing boots. And then I thought about putting him in those like really fancy shoes from Get Famous, but I was like, no, he's like not a douchebag. Like, you know. So I ended up going with these black loafers and some black socks. And oh, here I went and I made his skin tone darker. Um, not so vibrant because I think the blue that I had on him looked like the blue that Sims turn when they're freezing to death. So, but yeah, I just made his skin tone a little darker, a little more muted, and this is the suit we end up going with. So, yeah, he's about done. I'm just putting his traits in. Oh, I forgot to mention Persephone's traits. I believe I made her I believe she was outgoing and I don't remember. It'll be up on the screen obviously. But she is family oriented, I'm pretty sure, and wants to have a big family. So, yeah. But here they are. Our our couple, our eventual couple. Um, and I'm just I thought I was gonna give Hades a some facial hair, and I didn't end up doing it. I don't know why I thought I was gonna do that because isn't. He doesn't have facial hair in the comics, but yeah, he's romantic, hot-headed, and he's good. He's a good sim. So, yeah. Anyway, I think we're coming up on the turnaround for them as well as the screenshots. So, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.